Day 5, you guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya, Sidegigcrafts. It is day 5 of our index challenge, and I want to use this stamp today. I think it would be an amazing stamp to use for this challenge. I don't use it nearly enough, but I think it's beautiful, and I think the colors that we have going on here would be perfect. Now, I've got a freshly inked stamp here, and I'm going to get this all over, including on my finger, and we're going to stamp. We're just going to pretend like that's not there. I'm not going to push too hard because that was really juicy. Hopefully this works out okay. There it is. It's pretty juicy. Juicy indeed. Really, really. Okay, I'm gonna actually just stamp that off onto my towel. I probably should have stamped it onto another piece of paper, but here we go. Just wipe that really quick. I mean, it's really juicy, like overflowing juicy. I think I put way too much in there, but here we are. It's everywhere. All right, and that's going to go in the laundry and hopefully not ruin anything. Probably ruin everything. All right, here's my stamp. Isn't that pretty? It's going to be day number 5. Now, how can I make that even better? Let's see what we can do. I wonder if we could use some acrylic paint and add some colors to it. What do you guys think? Can we do that? Oh, I have paint pens too. What about... I'm going to grab some acrylics and see if we can play a little bit. Oh, I know these colors are in there. Some oranges and yellows and reds and maybe, I'm going to put this on here. Get some of that extra ink off. I can still use this paper for something. That was plenty of ink. Too much ink. All right, so let's see if we can, what I'm thinking about doing, now I've not done this before, so I'm just kind of playing, but I'm thinking that maybe I could kind of, I just saw a brush, there it is. Kind of brush some of this on, maybe in a really thin way to, I have some water in here. Where is it? There it is. I was thinking, maybe if I water this down so it's not opaque, maybe a little transparent. And it's going to have to be a little bit opaque or it won't show very well. But what if I did something like this and kind of... another towel. I want the lines to still show, right? So if we just kind of dab in here, maybe just a little bit. And just kind of stain, basically kind of like staining the paper with a little bit of color. Because we want some of that color in the background to show through too, because that's what it's for. It's really beautiful. But yeah, this is what I was hoping for. Awesome. Can you guys see that? Yeah, looks like you can. Oops, that might be too thick. Just kind of using it a little bit like water paint, right? In fact, water paint might have worked, but this is acrylic paint that's on the paper already, so I think this might be a little better option. I think it will tend to sit on top of the other paint this way. Just something different, right? We're just doing a different art every day, just a little masterpiece of our own while we think about the things that we're grateful for. Maybe say a prayer for them if it's somebody special or a special situation. just showing gratitude and feeling gratitude. All the blessings that we have. Just the fact, you guys, that you are sitting here watching YouTube on some sort of device, that's something to be thankful for. You got up this morning. You've got a TV or a phone or a computer that you're watching. You know, not everybody has those things, so we can be grateful for that. I'm also grateful for you for doing that, for watching and hanging out with me, spending time. We're going to put a little deeper orange in here. There's no such thing as just a touch with this one. That's just a dark or a runny one. Get some of that water in there. Is that going to be too thick? That's going to be too thick. Let's put some more water in there. Just a touch of that color would be really nice. Just around the base of these. Just to stain it just a little. Ah, a little too dark. I guess we're adding a little pop. It's getting a little darker as we go, isn't it? Give me that water. Give me that water. There we go. I want to get some, I forgot to grab the brown while I was over there. I need to grab that too. Just kind of spread that a little bit. Kind of brush that orange back towards the center just a tad. I think that's very pretty. I really like that. Do you guys like that? We're going to wipe this up because I don't see anything else here that I need. Actually, I'm going to do those berries. Normally, I would do those berries kind of a red, but being that we're in fall, I think I'm going to make them little pops of orange instead. I think they'll look better on this paper. And I want more of a fall touch than a Christmas touch. So I think it'll work. Water that down just a touch, just a bit. I'm using the words just a touch too much on that. Do I have paper towels in here? Yes, I do. I'm going to wipe that with a paper towel instead of my cloth because I can toss that away. I feel kind of wasteful, but I am not going to need those colors now. And I can't get that on everything, so we'll just wipe that away. Let me grab my brown here. I've got green, which I'm gonna use also. I do need a brown, and I know I have one right here. Ooh, and I need this. This would be a really good color. I could have used that for the petals, actually. But I have this brown. Might use that in the leaves a bit. Mix that with the green for another tone. Just a drop. That should be good. And actually, I might use that with this brown in this section here. A little more water, please. A little bit. There we go. Just kind of using it, like I said, just kind of like watercolor. I'm I'm gonna put a little bit of mustard. I must have used this for one of my pours. It's pretty messy. Oops. We're just gonna kind of go in the middle here where it would be highlighted from maybe the sunshine. We'll just kind of dab, dab, dab in there. Just kind of like a highlight, you know? There we go. That's pretty. Now I'd like to go back to the acorns down here, and we're gonna get them. Not enough water in that one. I can't see the lines at all. That's okay though. We can pick that paint back up. We can go in with markers too if we wanted to, and add some details, or colored pencils. Oh, colored pencils. We could use, oh, I could have used Tim Holtz pencils, couldn't I? That would have been very pretty too. That would have worked really well, actually, probably. Just add a little bit more brown there. In fact, I still could if I wanted. But we're on a roll. I feel like this still needs more water. I feel like it needs to be washed out a little bit more. Okay, let's add a little green to the mix. Oh, if I can open it. This might be one of my little bit more in-depth project or cards, isn't it? Little extra going on here with painting. Who knew? Honestly, I hadn't planned it, so it's kind of cool. All right, we'll get a little water in there, make it kind of runny. Again, we want those lines to show. We don't want just blobs of paint on here. And if some of this green ends up mixing in with some of that wet yellow, that's even better, because that will show a little extra little, you know, color variation, and that's kind of neat. Just kind of using some of that water to spread some of this paint out a little bit, make it a little thinner. Love it. That's awesome. Okay, and I've got some brown mixed in that one. Oops, I got some berries in there. That's okay though. That's all right. I really like liking how this is turning out. This is really pretty. I've had this stamp stamped out on a piece of paper sitting in my scrap box for probably since last year, and I haven't had the gall to, or the gall, I haven't had the bravery, I guess, to use it yet. I just keep hoarding it for some reason. It's just so beautiful. Absolutely love a stamp. I can't remember where I got it. Oh, let's see. What does it say? It might actually tell me who it is. It's by Stampendous, 2023 Stampendous. I just absolutely love this stamp. And I had colored it, if you this way before. I just love it. It's so, so pretty. And I just haven't used it. use that paper. I think it's time to make a card with it, don't you? Maybe today's gratitude will be about all the wonderful craft supplies that we have. And, you know, maybe committing to using them more. That would be a great one. We always want the next best thing that comes out, but it's like, you know, we have some amazing things at our disposal sometimes. And, you know, we don't always have the same things that everybody else has. And we're all at different levels when we use what we have, and that's okay. But we need to be grateful for the things that we do and the things that we can find around the house for, you know, free supplies or what have you. Or maybe, you know, maybe our friends have some things that they give us, or swaps that we do. It's just, you know, this community has been great experience for me, and I know many of you feel the same way. And just the whole crafting experience and community has been a lot of fun. I'm going to put a little brown around the edges and just kind of dab it in there for some interest and color, because, you know, it's fall and I'm realizing I just painted all these leaves green. But you know what? For sunflowers, that would be the case, wouldn't it? They're going to start turning brown, but I think this is a good way to do it. Add some brown in there. All right, you guys. Now, the next step, the next step is to clean up that paint, so I don't drag something through it. And I think I want a blue number today for number 5. I think I pulled out a black one, but I think I want a blue one. I think that would be really pretty somewhere in here. So I'm going to go ahead and let this dry, and I'm going to sew around it, and I'll come back. We'll put the number on and we'll be done with it. Do you love it? I think I love it. See you in a minute. All right, my friends, let's do some distressing here, and then we're going to put that number on. It is looking so good. I do love it. I do love it. And my box is coming along. We've got almost the first full week already, so that's great. Number 5 is almost complete. Now you can add, if you're doing this the same way I am, you can add tabs to these. You could add different, you know, different things that stick up and out of your box or your holder, however you're doing it. You could do that. I'm really debating putting one on this one. Debating. I think at this time, I think I'm going to leave it. I think I'll leave it, at least for now. Maybe I'll change my mind some other time. So I could put this, I'm kind of like, I feel like there's blue here, and that's why I wanted a blue number. I feel like this kind of offsets that a little bit. So I think I'm going to put it on this side today. There we go. There's number 5. I love it. I hope you guys do too. And I hope you guys will hit that like and subscribe button and join me on this creative adventure. I'm having a lot of fun, and I know you will too. So take care. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.